What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Syl and the Fading World. As I understand it, I haven't played this demo yet because this is just like a demo slash playtest, but from what I understand, the developer's been promoting this all over Reddit, and he's been calling it a condensation of like World of Warcraft or EverQuest raiding into like a fast-paced open world RPG. That is to say, you are one character building yourself up like a raiding participant in an MMORPG to fight fantastical bosses and get even fatter loot. So we're going to check it out today fresh for the first time. These will be my first impressions of the game. If after watching this you wanted to get it for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description where you can check the game out. You'll also find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down there that I think are pretty cool. But let's go ahead and start off the game and see what it's got running for us. We've got to create a character, I'm guessing, and from what I've seen, it looks like there's 3 separate classes that we can play around with. We can be a warrior, we can be a rogue, or we can be a shaman. However, these are not available in the current version, which is a bummer because I'm actually maining a shaman right now in World of Warcraft's 20th anniversary classic servers, and so I was kind of looking forward to playing a shaman, but I guess we'll go with warrior. That's perfectly fine. Mortal Strike is good enough, so we'll take the warrior, we'll dive on into this thing, and let's see what fun it has for us in the next 20 minutes or so. Oh, I'm ready. I'm like super ready. I'm ready to rock this thing, boy. We're about to get on in here. You guys don't know this about me, but I was a pretty die-hard raider in pretty much every MMO I've ever played. Where are we? I think I remember this place, but it's changed so much. How long have we been gone? You don't remember this place? Do you remember anything at all? Not again. That's a problem. Why would the Queen call us to such a place? And where is she? We should probably have a look around. Alright, so here's my character right here. I can jump, I can run around, I can swing a sword. I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of nastiness that wants to murder me up here. Oh, look at that. They've even got little quest markers. Alright.
These are desperate times.
Oh no, the corruption of loneliness has already spread this far. A black mask? What brings you here? You don't seem like the talkative type. We were summoned to this place by our queen. It's our duty to find her. A black mask and a talking sword on a quest for a queen. How intriguing. I can't assist you in your search, but if you follow this path, you'll reach an outpost. Seek out Tenyon there. Maybe he can aid you. But be warned, the path is infested with the consumed. I only hope that the outpost hasn't fallen to them yet. Alright. Let's have a look around. We've got a lot of fog of war and stuff like that around us. I'm guessing for this beginning part of the game, we're going to be leveling up pretty rapidly. And so let's head on down the trail and see what we find out here. There is kind of like a fuzziness to the graphics right now. You know, like when old comic books were all made out of dots or whatever? It kind of looked like there was a filter back there for that, but it's not over here. Not a complaint, just an observation. Oh, I automatically attack enemies when I'm close enough. Okay, and we definitely don't want to stand in the red stuff. The great folly of all failed raiders, standing in the red stuff. And it looks like we got a piece of equipment over here. We got a leather helmet. It gives us some more life, some more essence, some more power, and some dodge chance. Alright, I'll throw that on. It's kind of a bummer that the appearance doesn't show up on your character. That to me always feels like one of those major things that makes a game like really pop and feel enjoyable, like a visual representation of progression. And the problem with recommending that, though, is that it's very, very expensive and art team intensive to do stuff like that. And so for like smaller indie game teams, I always feel kind of guilty suggesting it, but it doesn't change the fact that visual progression of a character is incredibly important in any game that has equipment. It just makes you sink into the role a little bit better. It makes you feel accomplished. Stand back. What's happening here? Did your sword just talk? You don't look like the rest of the consumed. Who are you, outsider? Captain, they're back! Let's finish this later. Guards, hold the line. Are they coming from behind right now? They are. All right, I'm gonna help out with this fight because I'm a really nice guy. Looks like we've got mana pots, and it looks like we've also got health pots on Q and E, so I'll keep that in mind while I'm cruising along. Auto-attacking isn't really doing it for me, so I think what we need to do is actually use some of our level up skills here. Oh, I do have a dash in combat too. Good, okay. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like escape from getting smacked, but it looks like we've got like a little hop step that we can play around. Ooh, and I cleave too. Nice. Well, then I might as well get double the DPS while I'm sitting over here. What does the T key do? It's my mastery points. All right, well, while we're auto-attacking, I'll take a look. So in our tree, we've got execute. Execute targets in front of you for 346 damage. If they're below 30% life, you have a higher crit chance. Viciously strike targets in front of you, dealing 370 damage to them. We'll take the cleave first, because it looks like we leveled up twice. Oops, probably don't want to stand in that. That might be a bad idea. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got something that'll actually pop. Something that's put some numbers on the board. That's what I like. Nobody likes to ride the bottom of the DPS meter, bro. We parse out here. We parse hard. That was the last one. This world will be consumed. Okay, well, I would just like to have my stuff real quick. A Dark Harbinger. Fun. All right, well, let me smack him up real quick. He's got a giant death beam, though. Do I have, like, combo points rogue style? Looks like he's got the rotating beam attack, so we'll keep an eye on that. This does feel kind of like you're doing one of the earlier bosses in World of Warcraft when you're like level 53, you know what I mean? Where they first start to push back and they cease to be tank and spank. Pretty simple so far, but I'm sure it's going to get a lot more complex as this all goes along. There we go, get that blast off right there. No more level ups for me to play around with, but I'm going to do my best to stay out of Ruination. What is Ruination? I don't know what Ruination is, but I'd rather stay away from it. I do like that they kind of confined your attacking to auto-attacking, weirdly enough. It means that I don't have to sit here and like right-click on everything or otherwise hold down like a mouse key that's gonna be held down anyways. All right, a liquid soul and a serrated something rather. This guy wants to talk to me, but let's take a second to dive into our bag and figure out what we got going on for us here. So a serrated Kitra of the Phoenix, it gives us 48 power. If I knew what that meant, your base damage. Okay, so it just flatly makes me hit harder. We've also got a jeweled belt over here that gives us life, mana, and attack power. I think I will take that as well. Does the sword at least change? Nope, the sword did not change either. Kind of a bummer. Wish that it did. Oh, I can break things. Nice. And there's cash inside of them. Are there like any optional objectives back here? Doesn't look like they are, but let's go ahead and throw in our last couple points. So what does this do right here? We get affinities. Interesting. A rampage affinity. Okay, 20% chance to not use up our combo points. I'll take that. Can I take everything in the tree? I wonder how many points I'm limited to. But execute sounds nice. I guess I'm limited to like 6 abilities only. So if all of those are abilities that are actively played by the character, then I'm gonna have to pick and choose carefully. Okay, that's fair. What's on the G key over here? Oh my god, we've got a destiny system. Leveling up, completing quests, and purifying the shrines will grant you passive points. Okay, so they've split it up into like an active tree and a passive tree. I think I can live with that. That doesn't sound too bad. Starting point is down here at the bottom. We can get more life or we can get more damage. We get damage out here. We don't care about life. You know the best way to avoid dying? It's not having more HP. It's hitting the other guy so hard that he dies faster than you do. Overwhelmingly.
What do you want?
You defeated a Harbinger all by yourself. Well, whatever you are, outsider, you clearly know how to fight. I apologize for my initial mistrust. With so many consumed roaming the lands, it has become hard to distinguish friend from foe. Guards, get back to work. Oh, cool, dude, and they've even got a little quest pop-up like you would have in any other game. All right, so I can get a sword, I can get a Helmut, or I can get an Ami. This one right here, I don't have that slot filled, so I figure I'll take that first. Because everything else already has a slot, all the other offerings, and while they might be slightly better than what I have, this fills in an empty space, which is like our biggest stat gainer, so we'll go for that. What do you do?
These are desperate times.
A new mask around here, you sure are a pretty one. What's with all these potions, and who are you? Name's Myra, I'm the enchantress around here. You seem like the adventurous type. If you ever find an inscription, make sure to bring them back to me. Alright, I'll do that. You must be the new recruit. I went around and I talked to all the vendors and stuff, but it didn't feel relevant to the video. What's that? A black mask. Can you fight? Not the talkative type, I see. Of course we can fight, better than any of your soldiers. A talking sword, huh? You two are an interesting bunch. If you really want to prove your worth, I've got a small task for you. One of my scouts was sent to investigate the consumed, but I haven't heard back from them. Find them, and I will arrange a promotion for you. Can you promote somebody that's not, like, in your faction? There's, like, a waypoint teleporter over there, too. Let's talk to this little guy. A black mask with a talking sword, so the legends were true. What brings you to this forsaken place? No one's seen your kind around for eons. We seek our queen. She called us here to fulfill our duty. As the stories foretold, your presence explains the sudden spread of corruption. He must sense you, a black mask, within his domain, and he's not pleased. He? Who are you speaking of? One of the gods who escaped the realm below, Zeta, the god of loneliness. We've already lost so much to the Blight. If you're really here to seek answers, then maybe there's a chance to stop it. Go to the Lost Woods, find Khan, help him breach the consumed maw. The answers you seek should be there, and hopefully you can end this before it consumes us all.
Stay safe.
Okay, alright. I thought this was going to be kind of like roguelite-y, but actually it's going in a more RPG direction so far. So I can open a town portal with N. Alright, I'll use that when I get around to it, but they wanted me to head out in this direction, so I might as well do it. What's this runestone over here? I don't know what that did. I don't know, but there's a tree trunk over here that I can harvest. I love doing crafting skills. It's one of my favorite things. Ooh, I can break these too. Nice. Nothing inside of them, though. So I don't know if I'll continue to break them. Maybe just when the need to destroy overtakes me. Every now and again, it becomes intoxicating. The desire to destroy. Okay, alright. Let's just, like, stay mobile here. Light them up with what we got. Just stay in rotation. They're all kind of like spamming out little conical things, so like, might as well. So I'm not exactly sure how my execute works. Let me look at it for a second. I don't know, it didn't light up to like the end portion of that fight. We'll just have to fiddle around with it a little bit and figure out how it works. If it's anything like World of Warcraft, it'll light up once the enemy gets low. There we go, get them with the big smackaroonies. Oh, I can execute whenever, but you've got to target it. Okay, so is there an option for like a reticle on screen then? Or like a dot? Because I like to keep my camera kind of at like a downward angle while I play games like this. Ooh, okay, that was a big smack'ems right there, 700 damage. Let's go find somebody else to toy with. I'm not going to worry about my level ups for right now. I like to let them pile up until I have 3 or 4 points, and then you can, like, actually feel the difference in your character. That, to me, is always super satisfying. It does, however, drive people crazy on stream. They always want me to go point for point. Ooh, big ol' execute. And is there just a cooldown on the potion? Do I have, like, infinite potions, but there's just a cooldown on it? That looks like actually exactly what it is, so that's fairly streamlined. I'm going to pick up one of these liquid souls. It says there's a treasure chest over here. Wonder if we can handle it. With this guy over here, let's get execute up by 1, and then with an affinity, we've got gain a combo point whenever it critically strikes. Enemies killed by execute erupt into currency. Yeah, I love the sound of that. I love it when money showers down from the sky. I could use a little bit more of that in my life. I bet we all could. Just money falling from the sky. Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it. Let's get that yaper. The corrupt... Uh-oh. Okay, he a big farty boy. He got like the mega farts out here. All right, light him up a little bit. So it looks like it uses up my combo points, and there's not going to be a whole lot of ways around that. This dude does, however, hit really... Ow! Okay. Yup. Can I have, like, multi-dash or anything? I don't think we survived this, son. I think we going down. I'm just going to kite him for a second. I've got him out... Oh, no, bro. Oh, no, we've got ads, dude. We have many whelps. Unfortunately, this would be a situation in which it needs to be handled. Pop a potion. Get him with a little attack right there. Fall back. We got the kite. Oh, I hit a fence. Yeah. That's fine. That spaces him out so that I can maybe finish him off. Keep my potion going. Okay, a couple of executes right there. Bunch of currency flying through the air. It was as satisfying as I expected it to be. You've got to kind of like, so you've got to start like the second the meter comes up for his progress. Otherwise, it is not going to work. I don't know if he's below 30%, but I'm going to give it a try. There we go. Big guy's down. Whole bunch of loot to be stacked up and a gold ring. Where's that chest at? Yeah, dude, look at the size of that thing. We've got a chest out here. It's like the size of a skylark. Hell yeah. The gilded chest is locked. That's the worst kind of chest. Why would you do this to me? I'm upset with you. All right, let's take a little bit more attack power. That looks good. We've got Plaguebringer, more damage over time and elemental resistances. I may pick that up for the elemental resistances. Unless there's some kind of like bleed build we can do on this character, I don't think we're going to get too much damage over time benefit out of our attacks. It does look like there's some lacerates and stuff further on down the chain, so we'll probably hold out for those. Tree trunk, give me your goodies. I don't know why people keep hiding their treasure inside the knots of trees, but I'll take it. Get a little bit of damage off over here, and it looks like he's got a little buddy that wants to fight and hang out. Let's just keep the damage going out. There we go. Combat does feel pretty seamless. Like the inputs, they don't give any lag, they don't give any like spool up or anything else like that, which makes the game feel pretty seamless and satisfying to play. And what gear do I have right now? So I've got a ring that increases like everything, and it gives me minion damage. So apparently there's going to be minion-focused characters. It's probably what I'll end up playing. I do enjoy like a necromancer, like a hunter. Frankly, I like every playstyle, so it doesn't bother me that much. Faster cast speed and frost resistance. It's a stat boost, but I don't need any of those stats right now. And we've got crit on the other one. 11% base critical hit chance? That's enormous. Is it like 11% of my base? My base looks like it's probably, because what do I have here? Okay, so our base is probably 7%, and it's taking like a percentage of that base. We're not getting... I was going to say, dude, flat 11% crit sounds pretty OP. Like, that sounds pretty gnarly as far as the game is concerned. Okay, let's have a little bit of that. They should be about ready for... Oh my god, I enjoyed every single part of that. Yup. Loot flying everywhere, man. It's one of my dopamine triggers in video games when I kill something and it just turns into a fountain of wealth. Who doesn't love that? Everybody loves that. It makes you feel like, whee! It's like winning a prize at the carnival. Like, and not a crappy prize either, like the big teddy bear. You know, the large one that you've got to, like, hike out of there. Okay, we've got him set up for the execute. That did all right. Let me get another skill point. Oh, I can choose a specialization now. So I can be a Crimson Knight, a bloodletting knight from the Crimson Order who annihilates foes with relentless strikes. He gets Rupture, which does bleed damage. Okay, so that would be all the damage over time nodes right there. We've got Dragon Blood. It converts 25% of all non-fire damage taken into fire damage. It's kind of sick until we end up in a fire dungeon, and then I feel like it's going to be... Like, I play a shaman in classic WoW right now, and it is shocking to me how many mobs Blizzard made immune to lightning damage or nature damage, when that's basically all you have on a shaman. You could drop like a magma totem or whatever, but my DPS grinds to a standstill when doing something like Maradon, and you get to the packs that can't be hurt with nature damage, and I just gotta like sit there twiddling my thumbs and off-healing. We've got Bulwark. 10% of armor is applied to non-physical damage from hits. And a brutal strike. Well, what does that do? Unleash the fury of the dragon. Dealing 450% damage and disorienting everything around you. I want that. Okay, we're gonna... No, dude, I want to be a Dragon Blood. Damn it. I'm gonna be a Crimson Knight because it's not in the demo. Okay, so it looks like we can spend points in either tree. And do we get something for hit? Oh, the little gems just unlock the next tier. I didn't know if it was gonna be like Titan Quest, where we get like certain infusions of stats or whatever once we get to a certain level. Let's get Rupture, I think. So there's Desolate right here. That does void damage. I guess do I want to go with Darkness or do I want to go with Blood? Let's go with Darkness, dude. We'll just do like a Death Knight thing. I'm going to have to rearrange my keys pretty shortly, and I'll probably re-keybind them too. Looks like we've got another teleporter on this side, which means we're making tangible progress. There's a tree stump over there, but I don't really care. Are you the reinforcements we were promised? No time to waste. The consumed maw is sealed by a dark ritual. We need to find the totem, keeping it intact. Quick, make yourself useful. Okay, we got Rite of Power, 100% chance on potion use to gain damage increase. Fire Meteor, 20% chance on critical hit to cast a fire meter on the target enemy. Okay, and then Blood Tornado, 15% chance every single time you apply a bleed to manifest a Blood Tornado. Aw, dude, I picked the wrong thing. Okay, and so my blood crystals go over here. We can slot them inside this vessel that they just gave us for further customization. This is coming together pretty well, man. I'm pretty down with what's going on here. Since we took Blood Tornado, I'm just going to go back to Rupture because I actually want to make use of my equipments. And it looks like as long as you're not in combat, it looks like you should be able to just kind of like rotate your talent points however you desire to do so. Oh, wow, I'm getting stomped right now, bro. I'm having a terrible time. Okay, let's just kind of like hang back. We'll kite. Give me a little gap gainer. Okay, a couple of them down. Those ones should be ripe for an execute. But it looks like this area might be a little bit tough for us. On the plus side, that means more XP. What is this guy doing over here? This must be a ritual totem. The way into the consumed maw should be open now. That's kind of dumb of them to put that on the outside of the thing that they're really trying to defend, isn't it? That'd be kind of like a stupid thing to do. What was down this way? Did I get everything? I'm kind of a completionist. I'm the sort of person that went after, like, Lore Master in World of Warcraft and, like, had that achievement. So I like to complete things. They all getting tougher, huh? Alright. Everything over here seems to be like a flat level up. Get as much damage off as you can. Give the potion a second to come back. Although with the range guys out there spaminating me, it might get more difficult. Let me see if I can focus on the range guy a little bit. Does that do bleed damage based on the amount of combo points I have? I may need to look into this further and figure out how it works. Got one execute right there. Gold amulet on the ground. Another execute right there. Ooh, he's doing an AoE, so we probably want to avoid getting hit by that. Steel belt. All right, let me look at this ability real fast. Doesn't look like I have to do anything with it. It looks like it's just like a real slow tick. So I do think that as we level up our passives, we're going to want to go for the damage over time over on this side. 20%'s a decent increase, and the 25% will be big. Plus, we'll get a little bit of resistance out of it, and I am a fastidious resistance stacker for avoiding damage. I mean, it's got the collectathon elements for sure of like an MMORPG. You can definitely feel that in there. Alright, get them ruptured. I still have not seen my Blood Tornado yet. I'm on fire. I don't like being on fire. Being on fire is ass. Okay, critted that one down. I don't know if they have leashes or anything that I've got to be worried about too. I was hoping I could maybe pick him off before any more meteors fell from the sky, but I suppose that's just the way that it goes. The ticks don't appear to be that dope. Oh, there's money over here too. Nice, bro. There were vendors and stuff back in town that were offering gear that you could purchase, so... I got you. I got you. We're doing our thing over here. Kind of wanted to execute that, but didn't have the combo points for it. I am going to go through... Oh, we have a guy in like a crate over here. What's up, bro?
What do you want?
I want to go home. Are you the missing scout? Yeah, I'm a scout, and I was sent here without any training. This really isn't a place that I should be. I just kind of want to go home again. The way is safe now. You can head home. Bye, buddy. Oh, the cage isn't going to open? I thought I was going to have one of those vanilla WoW quests where I've got to slowly RP walk behind a guy that takes forever to go where he's going. It's a frequent trope that they fall back on in World of Warcraft vanilla. It just is. This camp might get a little... Oh, it pulls all of them, so they're linked. All right. Get that running on them a little bit. The fights do feel engaging, though. Like, I definitely feel like I need to pay attention, otherwise terrible things are going to happen to me. I'm going to pick them off one by one real quick. Oh, they do leash. Okay. But they're still linked. All right, gotcha. So the link transcends. This is going to get a little bit more complex then, because I can bring them out to this doorway right here, but I can't really bring them any closer. So we'll kind of just go back and forth inside the doorway here, and we'll hope that it works out. There's our kill right there. Give me my health back. Grab that. Oof, almost got trapped up. Very nice. Woo. I'm so hurted. I'm so hurted. All right, topaz shards. And what was over this way? There's just like a tree trunk and like a lore entry. What does a lore entry do? As I feared, the corruption of the loneliness has taken hold of the land. It will never see daylight again. Where is the corruption emanating from? The Wanderer. He speaks our language. You're right. We need to find the Wanderer. He may know more about the Queen. Okay. But first, I'm trying to get doper and stronger than I currently am. I do think we need some kind of internal regeneration or heal. 1% of my maximum life, like I have 331 for every combo point. I mean, if we can get up to like 6%, it'll be a nice little trickle, but it won't be much more than that. Oh my god. Okay. Yep, loved everything about that. Big old come up coming out of that chest. Oh, we've got more of these little... We've got more of these little thingies, too. So I can get fire resistance... Oh, these are for actual gear. These aren't for our little vessel guy, I don't think. Yeah, it's different. Okay. We'll put that inside of our vessel. And then we've got rare currencies. We've got a Book of Mastery, just flat stat points that they're throwing at your boy. We've got ourselves a DPS upgrade right there. Don't need the void damage. Can I get that to go away? Thank you. And we've also got a nice little upgrade right there. It gives us frost damage, but we're not really using the damage that we've already got on there. Corruption resistance, 14 to life. Okay. We'll throw that on, and I guess we'll just kind of like lose the crit chance. And let's see how much of a difference that ended up making to our overall kind of efficacy, I suppose. It does look like there's something down here, too, that I walked right past. Oh, the enemies respawn like an MMO too. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, give me that. There we go. That's the good stuff. A winged quaff. I'll probably boost this up to the next level. What specializations could I put in it? Each tick of Rupture has a 2% chance to generate a combo point. Rupture deals its damage 30% faster. I'm going to go with that one. Like, the combo point idea is interesting because if you had it on enough enemies, you could potentially just, like, spam your spenders the entire time. But I would need to be, like, higher level and play around with it a little bit to see if I could get it to work. Let's wreck this little camp over here. There you go. Apply your... Oh, yeah, dude. You can see it ticking now. Keep it going. that. Give me some of that. Couple of goodies right there. I don't see anything inside that camp. Oh, no, there's a chest in the back. Never mind. I do see something inside that camp right there. Cool. Well, I mean, very promising stuff. Like, if you were looking to emulate MMORPG style gameplay, convert it for a single player, and then make it engaging, and make it fast-paced, and make it very much attention-derived. Like, you've got to pay attention to this game or you're going to get smashed. Like, when one of their little connections, like, actually... when one of their little AoEs actually connects, those little bastards hurt. Like, they sting. And so, I think they're doing a pretty good job right here. This is very promising. Like, this has impressed me. I like this. It's a nice little combination of something like World of Warcraft and, like, Kingdoms of Amalur. If the parts it was taking from World of Warcraft were exclusively dungeon runs and raids, like, every little pull in this game is potentially a threat if you're not paying attention and at least trying on some baseline level to play reasonably well. Like, it does expect skill and evasion out of you. And so I like this very much. This is pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to what the 1.0 looks like. For right now, I think the playtest and the demo are really promising. If they've got a bunch of characters inside of this game that you can play that all have different specs and specializations and multi-classes, or I guess not multi-classes, but like class branches and whatnot, this is definitely something that I would play. This actually has me kind of excited, because sometimes I don't feel like doing the whole online thing, but I still want to have like a little bit of that MMO feeling gameplay. So I'll be keeping an eye on this one. This is Syl and the Fading World. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. I don't have too much to complain about here, other than the running seems a little floaty and slidey. Like, the run cycle, I don't know if it, like, matches up quite right to my eye, but, like, that's pretty much the only thing I've noticed in 30 minutes, and it's not even a serious complaint because I'm not sure if I'm seeing it or not. If it is there, it's very, very borderline, and so I'll see y'all tomorrow with something hot, fresh off the indie skillet. Thanks for hanging out with me, and that's all I got. Bye, folks.